Hey everybody, it's Cynthia Maynard from CynthiaMaynard.com, and I have a fun little project. I was thinking about Dutch doors, and I was inspired by some things I saw on Pinterest, and I thought I'd try my hand at a Dutch door card. Recently went to Michigan Holland Festival, and that's the place to be Dutch, and so kind of thinking of that place here. Featuring two different stamp sets today, the Foxy Friends, which carried over from our previous annual catalog, as well as a bunch of blossoms. Now this coordinates with this stamp set, so that is a punch that is available. I'm not using that today, but I wanted to point that out to you. I am going to use the Fox Builder Punch, and these Builder Punches come in these different parts, and they coordinate, as you can see, like for example the tail with the tail and so forth. So there are different options you can do with this. Now I went ahead and made a little animal, and let's talk about him first. This is Flirty Flamingo, and it's on Whisper White, and he has black little face there. And so what I did was I stamped this one here with the Flirty Flamingo on just some Whisper White cardstock. And then I went ahead and stamped his head again. So I stamped it again, and I punched out just the head with the Fox Builder Punch. So I was able to just fit that on in there and just punch out his head. So it's like you're stamping him twice. And that way, you can pop his little head up, and it gives a little dimension. So the only thing on him, so he's one piece, and he just has his little head popped up. And then I stamped his little face with this little face here. It's kind of an all-in-one go, I don't know if you can see that, face there. So that's how I made him. Super simple. If you look on Pinterest, you'll see a gazillion little animals to make. It's a very, very, very versatile stamp set and lots of fun. So I'm actually have another card that's coming up here soon that I'm going to be using some of these leafy elements with here and here, so I was very excited about that. But anyway, this card is featuring him. So let's take a look. I'm going to use this for our sentiment, and we'll talk about that when we get to it. Let's see what parts we have here. So you need some basic black, and what this is let's see, I cut this out the other day, so doesn't get stored in the brain for long. This is 8.5 by 4.5. Okay, so 4.5 by 8.5. And then what you're going to do is when you score it, so you have your whole piece, you would just score right down the middle on that. Okay, so you would score at, put this up on the screen here, you would score at 4.25 to divide that in half. Then you would turn it on its side. Okay, we'll do it this way. And you will go cut from there to that middle score line off. So what we're doing is we're cutting at the 2.25 mark. And that measures 8.5 by 4.5. You're going to score at 4.25. You're going to turn it on its side, and you're going to score at 2.25, and then you're going to cut, or you could just skip that score line and just cut down at 2.25 from there to that score line that you made. So basically it's just your card's missing the top half, and it's a Dutch door. It's like those little, I know at churches they have those like baby nurseries where you can only open the top, you know, and see inside. Anyway, so that's that. Then we're going to need a couple pieces of paper. I have some Whisper White, and I have 2 pieces of the Designer Series paper pick a pattern, and this is so cute. Look at these mushrooms. It's just so like vintagey and cool looking. On the other side, you've got cameras and stuff. Check that out at CynthiaMaynard.com. Click on the Stampin' Up link and type in pick a pattern, and you will see that gorgeous paper. It just has so many, it has something for everybody really, and the colors are great. Anyway, so you're going to want these pieces to be all, let's see, what were they here? They are at 2 inches by 4 inches. Okay, just use some snail. And this is going to go inside, and this is going to be where you could write your sentiment. Now if you wanted the white to go all the way across, you would just cut a 2 by 8 piece instead and score it in the middle, or 2 of the 2 by 4 in Whisper White, however you want to do that. I'm fine with it just going on that one section. But and then you can arrange your pattern pieces however you like there. I think I like the mushrooms on top. Now you do have to pay attention if your pattern is directional when you are cutting this out on your trimmer. Just make sure that you don't have your mushrooms going sideways, unless you want your mushrooms to go sideways, then go for it. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and whoops, totally missed that. Look at that. Ran off the road. Let's see here. So we want that little bit of black border all around, and I just threw it. And then our mushrooms, our shrooms. I don't know, I think I'm hyper or something today. I don't know what's going on. Alright, and then you just want to kind of line that up like that. Give that a good press. Your little Dutch door. So cute. And we're going to put our sentiment in there. And you could put also a sentiment on here. Now this is from our layering ovals, which are great. Just make sure you have the ones next to each other like that, so that you get that little bit of scallop peeking out. There is Flirty Flamingo is one of the colors, so I loved that sort of monochromatic, or I guess it's not monochromatic, but just the three colors there. Actually there's 4 colors, but it's so earthy. I just loved that little pop of Flirty Flamingo. I just thought it was really super fun. And if that's too girly for you, if this is a guy card, just change up the color. Whatever. There are lots of colors that would go great with that. Cajun Craze would be fun. One of the greens, like a, let's see here, Garden Green would be fun. You could make the cat any color, because, you know, they aren't cats that are really that color. It's just for fun. So I'm going to go ahead and put snail on the back. Well, let's stamp on this first, just in case we make a mistake. I'm going to grab the Flirty Flamingo. I'm going to grab my stamp set, and thing is on the left, so I might have to put him over here in reverse what I was going to do. But I was just going to stamp that there and see how that looked. Kind of do it leftward, because I'm going to put the little cat kind of overlapping. Alright, now we're going to put this up on dimensionals, but you don't want to stick it down or you won't be able to open your little Dutch door. So when you put this down, you want to bear in mind that only part of the dimensionals really need to be on the bottom here. We want that to be on the bottom half of that. Super simple card, but adds a level of interest that is fun and kind of keeps people guessing, like, oh, that's fun. Not something you see every day in the rack at the store, you know. So like that. That way our dimensionals don't show. He's going to have dimensionals. Okay, so I'm going to put one there on his head, body, and do we need one on his tail? And then he's going to kind of sit there like that, if that makes sense. You could put a mini one on part of his tail. You leave it like that. It's up to you. So you pull it out of the envelope, it's like that, it's like he's talking. And then our sentiment will go inside from this bunch of blossoms set. There are any number of these that you could go with. Thank you very much. Let's celebrate your day. This might be a cute kid card, you know, with the cat on there. Grateful for a friend like you. Today is the perfect day to be happy. I think I'm going to go with that one because I kind of like the idea of filling up that space there. You could write a little note. The photopolymer stamp, and I'm doing my sentiment, and I just feel like half the time I mess it up. So I'm going to go ahead and get that. I'm already holding it upside down. Alright, today's the perfect day to be happy. I'm going to grab out some of these mushrooms. I'm going to do a little stamping off there. cute. So obviously make sure your ink pad is inked. Fit into an A2 sized envelope because the finished measurements are 4 1/4 by 4 1/2, so it's slightly smaller this way, so this should still fit inside an A2 size envelope. It'll just have, it's not as long as a regular A2 size card, but I like having the different, the more squarish. So, or you could make a square envelope on your envelope punch board. That would be fun. You can make it out of some of this paper, the coordinating paper, and that's so cute. Something simple, but something a little bit different, and it's fun and features the DSP really nicely there, and I love that pop of Flirty Flamingo. Hopefully you guys like that and want to give that a try. I would like to know if you do. And please give this video a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel. If you are not already subscribed, I really appreciate that support. And thank you so much. Have a great day.